Welcome members, partners, speakers and friends. If we are going to reach the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030, we need to focus on Asia. Because Asia has 6 times the population of any other region. However, it has only 1/3 of the social investors. And this means that we must connect Asian social investors and impact capital into the ecosystem and ensure that every dollar is well spent. If we are to reach the SDGs, then this next decade of social investment must be the Asian decade of social investment. South Asia has a vibrant social finance ecosystem, but has traditionally looked westwards for inspiration and collaboration. At AVPN, we have seen the rise of the social investor ecosystem in Southeast and Northeast Asia. We believe that social investors and impact professionals in South Asia and beyond will benefit greatly from partnerships and knowledge blossoming in the East. AVPN is your bridge to this part of the world, and we hope that you will use this summit as an opportunity to explore more eastwards. AVPN builds the ecosystem with its members by connecting capital to impact through benchmarking, standard setting, and applying best practice, as well as, crucially, embedding Asian talent in a community of practice to ensure a talent pipeline of Asian impact leaders. We work both directly and indirectly to achieve this. We also work across the entire continuum of capital with you, our 600 plus members, so that we can introduce people to unusual allies and trigger uncommon partnerships. We are inclusive in our idea of a social investor and of the type of capital so that we can grow the ecosystem by developing new players. In the last 10 years, we have been very successful in moving capital towards impact at scale. We have more than 600 members in 33 countries. 18 of those markets are actually covered by AVPN market reps with actual boots on the ground. We have convening power reflected in the fact that we now run 40 events a year, and our last AVPN Global Conference attracted almost 7,500 attendees, making it the biggest Asian social investment conference in the world. We influence a huge amount of capital. During the COVID-19 crisis, our members moved more than $10 billion towards COVID-19 relief globally. Some of that with our direct support, and most recently with our efforts to connect funders to impact organizations on the ground in India and in Southeast Asia. We are proud of the work we have done in the last decade, and that work has had influence. People tell us that their work with AVPN enables them to benchmark, to set standards, and apply best practice. They also tell us their horizons expand with new perspectives, and they can see a roadmap to the future in their own work through stories from members in other parts of Asia. We are proud of this impact. However, if we are to meet the Sustainable Development Goals in the next 10 years, then ecosystem builders like AVPN are critical to scale and capital mobilization tools, nurture talent pipelines, and direct the flow of impact dollars to where it is needed. And we must be ambitious if we are to make every dollar of Asian capital count. And so, to do our part in that, we want to double membership from 600 to 1,200 in the next 10 years. We want to put boots on the ground in more than 20 countries across Asia. We want to develop 750 thought leaders at CEO and board level, guide and nurture emerging Asian talent by including more than 7,500 people in our fellowships to ensure a pipeline for the Asian decade of social investment, and to move beyond influencing impact capital by moving more than $400 million towards impact directly through our philanthropic pooled funds. We want to scale so that we can build the ecosystem to meet the SDG goals and do what's right, not just what's good. In order to do that, to celebrate our 10th anniversary, which happened on 5th December 2021, and throughout the course to 2022, we are working on 3 key work streams. First comes the vision to increase our impact for the Asian decade. Here, we want to work together with you at the regional summits like this one and at the global conference in June this year to develop a shared vision for social investment in Asia for the next decade. Second comes the roadmap to develop AVPN's role for the next decade to ensure that we can continue to support you in delivering that vision. And finally comes the work. Here we will plot a strategic plan to become who we need to be to help build the ecosystem, to reinvigorate our membership program and expand our project management office to continually measure our impact. The good news is that we've already started to move forward on all these activities, and this has informed all the information you have heard in this talk. In our latest step, it is my great pleasure to announce that the AVPN Global Conference on June 21st to 24th is an official G20 side event, and we are active in 2 working groups and 1 Sherpa track. We will be in person in Bali in June for the first time in 3 years, and we would love to see you there face to face to craft a common vision for the next decade of social investment in Asia. Why now? We want to celebrate the last 10 years of impact and map out how to move capital towards impact for the Asian decade of social investment during our 10th anniversary year. We have 3 key tentpole moments: our regional summits, our AVPN Global Conference in June, and the G20 in November this year. These 3 tentpole moments are woven together through the vision, the roadmap, and the work, and they create an upward momentum for AVPN's members as well as for the Asian ecosystem. We are very delighted to have you with us here today to start the process of developing a shared vision for this next decade of social investment, the Asian decade of social investment. Welcome.